Isn't this lovely? And I'm keenly aware that the replays are very bumpy and that there's no stabilization on a new house. So I'm sorry if it's unpleasant viewing, and we hope it gets sorted soon. Round du Marché. This is Market Street. Here with beautiful cafes and restaurants. All the way down. Really charming. Gotta walk down here. Should be no cars. Oh, no, here are the cars. During the middle of the day, there's no cars. Hey, this is cute. I also turned off all the audio settings, so I don't know if I did right or wrong. Premium frozen yogurt, that's you. Here's a nice centre. The blue centre. It's a night suit with stars on it. There's a fancy hairstylist. You pay a little bit more depending on who you're, if you just have a stylist or a hair designer or an expert, like one of the managers, pay different prices. Isn't it funny? Hi, VG. I've been talking to myself. And I was saying just as I started filming that I'm aware that that it's very bumpy and that there's no more stability anymore. This guy's bothered by me. Okay. There's some lovely cakes in the bakery. Some bûche de Noël. I can't zoom in, sorry, but there's some traditional bûche de Noël. They're the little Christmas logs. And I need to look at prices because my sister's asked me to supply the Christmas log for the night of the 24th, which is when the French celebrate Christmas. But they also celebrate on the day. They have different family on different days. Wow, 40 euros for a tiny little one. So it's not on my budget. I was hoping to stick to 35. So I'm going to keep shopping and looking at prices. That's a pretty ice cream. And it's a season for the marron glacé. Hopefully the picture's alright and the sound's alright. Marron glacé are glazed sweet chestnuts. So good. But they're an acquired taste. Some people don't like them. I love them. This place is always beautifully decked out. And this is the Tashan shop. Hi, Anthony. Yeah, no, I never had COVID. I think I only made that clear on Instagram and on my house. No, I never had. Well, I had COVID in April 2020. On the 22nd of November, Leo tested positive at school at a saliva test, and he was never sick. And I'm vaccinated. I stayed negative, and no restrictions. So because it was a positive test, we had to stay home for 10 days, and we can't comment. JC, you're there. It works now. I think there's some weird delay. No commenting, and then I can see you. Don't know what happens exactly. I'm going to have to watch a few haps and see what's happening. So Anthony, he tested positive on the Monday, and the rule is the class closes for a week, and he stays at home for 10 days. And unlike a lockdown, he can't go out at all. So he couldn't go out. He couldn't go out for exercise or anything. So because he's only 5, I couldn't go out either. But I would normally be able to go out because I was negative the whole time and I'm vaccinated. But we both were not able to leave the house because I couldn't leave him on his own. And I couldn't ask anyone to come in since Leo was positive. So I think that was clear. Yeah, frustrating. But he was actually really, really sweet. Super, super sweet. Every day I wake up and I can't believe it, how lucky I am of how wonderful he is. He's just so sweet. He let me work too, so I really managed to do a full day's work too. So each day. These are nice. I'm back. It's working. Yeah, I got you all at once, JC. So for you, you were commenting, but it wasn't sending or something, or you were commenting and I wasn't seeing, because I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Comments are taking a long time to show up. Okay. I noticed there's a very long lag. So when I'm talking to myself, you guys are actually in here, and I don't know. Is that it? I gotta be. I think the lag is longer than the last hats, right? It's all very frustrating. These are pretty. That would be nice on my tree. I wonder where these come from. It's a bit weird having soft toy food, soft toy Japanese food. Also looking at, yeah, that building's always, oh, I can't zoom into it, but it's always fascinating. The one on the corner. Sorry about all the frustrations of everybody as a viewer. Ooh, chocolate gâteau, lemon cake. Moelleux à la châtaigne, so that's chestnut cake, basically. That looks good. A little gingerbread house. Nice. Are you making a trip back to New Zealand when the borders open? No, unfortunately, I don't have any savings, but it does give me a big sense of relief, if there's an emergency with my dad, because for so many people there were emergencies and they couldn't go. And it's not exactly borders open, it's the MIQ now that the managed quarantine. Now, if you're vaccinated, you can do it yourself in the house where you're staying, I guess, or in isolation. And you don't have to pay several thousand for it. So it completely changes everything. But it's not only that, but it was nobody could get on the list to get into the hotels. Nobody could get a ticket. You were like something like number 50,000, even if you were an emergency, or number 500,000, I don't know. Even if you're an emergency, even if someone was dying, even if there was a funeral, that wasn't even a funeral was not even a reason to be emergency. Desserts, those are expensive. Yeah, I didn't look at the prices. It's making me nervous, this truck. There's some Star Wars, it's Invader, the street artist. His work up there. So yeah, there were so many horror stories, Anthony. Just so many people who. There was one family who had several family members die, who couldn't be there for the birth of the granddaughter, who couldn't be there when their daughter got really sick, and others who lost two parents and they couldn't even go to the funeral. Anyway, I understand why these things were in place, but it was so uneven. They were also letting in some pop stars and some sports people throwing fits over vaccinations. People are throwing fits over vaccinations. People are throwing fits over a lot of things. I think we should all kind of sort of be in acceptance and trying to make sure we live as much as we can and safely. Dear Santa, I was naughty. Okay. Fresh chicken with potato. These are all the things that you can get your dog for Christmas. Yeah, I'm not getting my cat anything for Christmas. Sorry, Kitty. You're not on my budget list. That's nice. Notre Dame. Eiffel Tower. Let's see. Another pretty one of Pont Neuf down there. There's a Thai restaurant here, and there's a Mexican just behind the bus. Fajitas. Cat can find a present in the yard. I wish I had a yard. Would have been so much easier to be locked down for 10 days if we had a yard. Good morning, Pam. Oh yes, it's your morning now, your first morning. What was I going to say about the cat? Yeah, we're in a studio, so she just jumps up and down the mezzanine that Leo's on. She goes outside and wanders around the hallway to the UK in January. First time in 3 years. Wow. Not coming to France this time. There's a pink Vespa. It's interesting, isn't it? Where shall I cross? I think the wisest would have been to cross here. Is this live? Ginny! Yes! There's just this really awful delay apparently. Okay, it's not green for me, but I think I can cross. Now I have to wait here. How are you doing? Yeah, you caught me live. How are you doing? I was saying at the beginning of this haps that I'm sorry about the lack of stability. I watched a replay and it was really unpleasant. We're staying away from most COVID areas. Well, hang on, you're going to the UK, which has 10 times more cases per day than France. And then I ask you if you're coming to France and you say no, staying away from COVID. You mean you're just going to stick to one area? I get it. I'm just teasing. I used to live, and I can't zoom in to show you, but I used to live in that pink building behind that red bus. Well, no, actually, and the one next to it. But you got to look at the pink building to see the window that used to be mine. But anyway, I can't zoom into anything, so pointless. But I lived in there for 4 years. The Zoom is very annoying, so annoying. But I think what the biggest problem actually is the lack of stability. Now I think about it, the biggest problem while I'm filming is Zoom, but the fact that replay get a really bumpy and landscape, yeah, the fact that they get a really bumpy image is really upsetting. Look at the sun going through these lone green leaves, and you can see someone at the window there in a fancy apartment. She's taking a picture at the window, but I can't show you that either because I can't zoom in. Yes, Denise, I was never safe. These are the Wallace fountains. I was never positive. Leo was. Sorry, I started a sentence that I never finished. Anyway, I'll get on. I'll speak about that another time. So yeah, Leo tested positive. He never got sick, but we had to quarantine for 10 days, and it did not include exercise. We had to stay indoors. Partial lockdown. I still don't get the argument. You can imagine the Zoom, yeah. My 4 got your dinner. Yeah, I'm much better. Hey, this is La Madeleine. Is it the same Madeleine that we see every morning? That one always looks bigger, but this one does definitely says La Madeleine. I'm only used to seeing it on the other side. Yeah, it still hurts, Jenny, and I'm still got issues when I'm bending, but it is so much better. I had a big jump in progress while we were home isolating. Thank you. I think it must be the same boat, right? But it just looks smaller. There might be 2 boats called Madeleine. Or maybe not. No, it definitely looks smaller. I don't know. These trees are, if you fall, get back up. Yeah, very funny. Thank you. That lady's closing a window. Knows I'm filming here. These trees are still holding on to green leaves. It's fascinating. So this is only part of the river, if you didn't know. This is the left bank part of the river. And over there is the right bank part of the river. You can see the sun hitting on the Louvre Museum. It's beautiful. I keep wanting to show you landscape, but no, I can't. I have to get back. I have to get used to portrait again, which is all I ever used to do. And you can see, and I can't zoom in to show you that either, but you can see La Défense, the biggest business centre in Europe. You can see it very clearly. Grey sky, grey buildings popping out super clearly. You were watching a cricketer trying to speak French. Well, at least he's trying. Fluctuate is the restaurant. Hope Haps are listening to this. Yeah, they came on to my Haps this morning. I don't know. Apparently, it didn't. I think they're going to fix these things, right, Jenny? Didn't we hear? I don't know. It's a very uncomfortable situation anyway. Hot chocolate or gourmand hot chocolate. What's the difference in price? $7.50 and $5.50. And vin chaud mulled wine. Come in, we open. Cookies. Pizzas. This is Place Dauphine. Hellos is far superior than Periscope. In Periscope? What could be superior than Periscope? So I should be on Hellos. I can see you, halo. What's going on here? What is this? This doesn't look like a cafe, it looks like a kitchen. Maybe they do like events, cooking lessons and stuff. Haps. Haps is superior to Periscope? The new Haps? Are you joking? You are joking. Anyway, I'm on Haps because we're all here and I don't want to lose you. And I'm trying to have faith that it's going to change again. And but I'm also trying to find time to get on a platform which is different, which is not going to be in place of Haps, which is just different. It'll be more like scheduled events. I just need to get the time to do that. It doesn't freeze as much with the picture. You're talking about the early Periscope? I don't remember it freezing at the end. LOLs is much worse. What? And I'm also on Heckle, which works perfectly well. Has an incredible zoom, has stability, has zero lag. Send a comment and you're right there. So you can find me there too. Has zero problems. I just use them for different things. Never heard of Heckle? Well, come over to Heckle. Just go on TikTok. I do spend a lot of time on TikTok on my breaks, but it's nothing to do with Haps and Heckle. It's a completely different thing. Another centre. Oh, this is the bookbinder's here. I don't mean to film him. He's busy working, but his office is there, and he's going to bind old books or fix books. Look at that. There's a hole in there. It'd be a bit cold in winter, wouldn't it? I guess they're getting repaired. There's some old, too many Swifties. Depends what you're looking for. TikTok can also be very informative. What's a Swiftie? Depends what you're looking for, and it depends what it shows you according to your interests. I use it a lot for motivation and for some inspiration and health, but I also learn languages, learn philosophy, learn what's the word? Astronomy. I was going to say astrology. No, that too. Taylor Swift fans, gotcha. The comments reordered themselves somehow. They're a bit weird. I have never run into a Taylor Swift fan on TikTok. I think it must just send you different stuff according to what you like. But I never watch people who I follow, which is a bit insulting, I know. I never watch people I follow. I'm always trying to discover new stuff. And what was the other reason? But it's amazing. I'm in the F1 community, Formula One community, not watching people I follow. Yeah, I see you pop up sometimes, Jenny. But yeah, I'm always looking to see what's new. What's new in the fields that I'm interested in. And I also get lots of Anglos in Paris pop up as well. A lot of women that are proud to be single. I don't know how it chooses what it sends me, but it does well. Football memes. Look at these. Look at this lighting. It's amazing. The light just hits the bridge and just hits the buildings and dark behind it. Yeah. Right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. I've got to walk super fast home because I've lost a good hour of work today. What is with a single women? Great. Thank you. Great to see you guys. Thank you for keeping me company, and I'm glad you're still here, even if things aren't all working, but we have faith that they will work, right? Buongiorno. Bye, everyone. Bye, matey. Thanks for watching replay, everyone. Bye. By the way, you're looking at Tour Saint-Jacques, which I can't zoom into, the two Châtelet theatres and Hôtel de Ville there, and the incredible conciergerie, because we're standing on the island, and there's the highest court, Cour de Cassation, right there. Bye.